back and relax and enjoy another episode of J&C Fix and Play.
Okay, so for today's video, we are going to work on repairing this controller, and it doesn't really need major fixing. It still works. Issue is this button here. Kind of sticks the first time you press it, and if you don't press it for a little bit, it sticks a little bit more when you go ahead and do it. So we're going to work on just cleaning that today. So first things first, tri-wing screwdriver. Let's take out the screws. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a Phillips head here. This is for the battery, and then it should just pop right out. So let's work on it. Okay, so once you get the tri-wings out, next up is your battery cover screw. For that, you're going to use a Phillips. I know it's hard to see with the camera there, but we're just going to take the Phillips, pop this bad boy out. This is by far one of my favorite controllers that Nintendo ever made. First off, just because of the amazing battery life. I mean, I think I charge this thing like once every 3 months. And, you know, it's not like we play hours on a day, but we do play a decent amount. Alright, so let's see, we just pop that battery out. Boom, there you go. Put the battery to the side. Next up, when you get inside, you have tri-wings right there. So you're going to switch back to your tri-wing screwdriver. Pop that out. So once you get those 2 screws out there, there is 2 more right here. So we're going to pop those out. Same thing, you're going to use your tri-wing. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, I'm going to use a credit card or just any type of card just to kind of pop these off. There we go. As you can see, right there. Let's see if we can get this stuff out. It's okay if those fall out because that's what I want, because those are the ones that I want to clean. Now, don't just rip it out because you probably have a good chance of damaging something. But this is what I wanted to get to. So, as I said, these were kind of sticking when I hit the button, and just taking a look at them. More so the dirt was on the side. You can see I can feel it's a little sticky there. I don't know if you guys can see it. But there's something, try to hold it in the light, right there. So that's probably the cause for this controller. So I'm gonna go get my rubbing alcohol. Okay. So I'm using 91% alcohol, and I'm just going to get in here on all this dirt. You can see it all in there. Kind of disgusting, actually. Probably should have did this when I bought the controller, but I didn't. Like I said, it's worked. Just that button has been driving me nuts lately. Cool. So that should actually fix my problem once we get to this part. That should fix my problem there. This controller should stop sticking and should be quite responsive. So, but while we're in here, I should probably get into the rest of that. So let's see how this looks. Alright, so this is, like I said, my first time taking apart one of these. But I see some Phillips heads here. So let's take these guys out. Put that one right there. There's another one right by that motor, right there. So we can get that guy out. There we go. And try not to do. Okay. So next up, we have Phillips. I already took one out there, but there's a Phillips on each corner of the controller here, so we gotta take these out. Let's work on that. Can't grab it. Well, whatever. Let's see. There we go. So now you got those out. Now you can take out your whole PCB or motherboard, whatever you want to call it. So just be careful. So like I said, you have a bunch of dangling wires and stuff. And now would probably be a good time to actually clean this. If that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking to do. I would clean the contact points, which obviously sit like this. So I would clean all these. We'll use some rubbing alcohol to do so. Let's see. Like I said earlier, I use 91%. Less water the better when you do this. So I'm just going to clean these. Clean the pads. And chances are these are not that dirty. But I figured since we're already in here, might as well fix the issue that I was having. And there's nothing wrong with trying to do a little preventative maintenance. And who knows, maybe this is the issue that you're having. Maybe it's your start button or your directional pad that's not working. So we'll just hit those up. Alright. So by this point, you should have taken the cleaner, cleaned all your pads, contact points on the board if you needed to, you know, your actual joysticks here. That being said, now's the time to start getting ready to put it back together. So as you can see, I already started this. I didn't want to drag this video out. So just take your units, put them together. I'll show it to the camera. This is what all the pads should look like. You can see you have a cut on that one to notate where it goes right up over there. These little tabs here. Square, the rectangle, it's a rectangle, you can't really screw that one up. And these two go like that. Alright, moving on. Z triggers, they go down here. So this is the ZL. Okay, so now we are going to put this bad boy back together. It's going to go like so. So line it up, drop those in. Rumble pack goes in there. And you got your switches right up in there. And this is where those little black screws come back. Goes back in. Now I never tighten everything all the way at first. I always just get them started so it's kind of held in place. And then I'll go back and tighten them all up. Two up over here. There we go. All right. So I got those. here. So we're going to drop that in. Already, like I said, this was the problem in mine. Already feels better. Okay. So there's the top half. Moving on to the bottom. Now we got to put in the bottom two triggers. Align those, and then from that point on, it's just a matter of screwing the two halves back together. And now we're going to put the two halves in. Now before you go ahead and tighten this, I would just test the buttons, make sure everything feels somewhat good and up to par. If it does, well, now we can go ahead and drop these tri-wings back in. Put one there, put one there. Can't really see because of the light, but we'll put one there. And if you weren't really getting a good charge out of your battery, now would be a good time to change it, obviously. But changing the battery in these is really easy to do. I mean, you don't have to take the whole controller apart, which is a nice thing about it. It's just a matter of going ahead and unscrewing a Phillips, kind of just screwing it back together. So, that one went in upside down. There you go. So the Wii controller disassembled. Clean the sticky buttons, or maybe if a button's not working, this may work for you. Good sign that it's working before you test it to the console. Hit a button, and you see the flashing lights. So shows that it is working, or at least back together in a working manner for you. Hope this video helps you. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos. Leave a comment, ask any questions that you guys may have, and I'll try to answer as many as I can if you guys do have any. And go have some fun, play some games, spend time with your family. Go make a night of something. Go have some fun.